I'm bringing some of the wisest, successful, most inspirational human beings on this planet into your classrooms for your benefit.
When everything was stacked against me, that's when I was at my best.
You never know when the days could stop counting. That's when you make them count.
You gotta shoot your shot.
We all have the ability.
I can do anything I put my mind to.
And they took a leap of faith. These are the answers, the blueprints. I'm providing them to you. I have this heart that bleeds for the youth of this country because we need to learn to lead. We need to elevate ourselves. That's how this world changes. It starts with you. I'm down in Georgia, and I'm going to go meet with the Kohler family, who run a company called Special Needs and Treats. They're a nonprofit with one idea. Every child deserves a birthday cake.
My name is Tempa Kohler. I am the bakery manager and the co-founder of Special Needs and Treats.
My name is Michael Kohler, her husband. I am the co-founder and president CEO of Special Needs and Treats. What Special Needs and Treats is, we're a 501c3 nonprofit. And our true nonprofit core mission is to try and ensure that any child in our county and our surrounding community that has a birthday and their family can't afford a birthday cake, they get free cakes from us. And then as our business model, we want to employ and give special needs adults an opportunity for a place that they can feel safe, a place that they can learn a skill that helps with motor skills, helps with speech development, helps just with social interaction, helps with job opportunity.
Can you believe
What's up, Tori? How's it going? Kevin, nice to meet you.
They weren't always involved with nonprofit. It wasn't until their second child, Brad, that they learned that this was their journey.
Well, when he was born, we knew there was something wrong, but it wasn't until he was 7 that we actually found out what his true diagnosis was. We had all kinds of things told to us, like he'll never speak. I mean, everywhere we went, he seemed to scream. Once we found out at the age of 7 that he had Fragile X syndrome, one of those things is just too much sensory input. That's why he was screaming. That was his only way to react.
As Brad grew older, his parents realized as a special needs adult, his options would be limited, especially when it came to finding a job.
We started thinking about what can we do, and she's been baking cakes and decorating cakes since she was 13, so that was her God-gifted talent.
We're gonna make a Believe in You cake.
We said, well, let's start a bakery and let Bradley work there with you, and you know, that's how it kind of got started.
So the Kohlers did something pretty incredible. They quit their 9-to-5 jobs and they took a leap of faith. They started a new program, a new business, a new company, a nonprofit called Special Needs and Treats. Ultimately a bakery, but instead of regular employees, they use those with special needs.
We've got 15 special needs adults now that are collecting a paycheck. We have 5 right now that volunteer, and I think we just hit 152 on a waiting list.
The government requires there to be a certain quantity of special need employees at big companies. But what people don't often realize is only the top 20% with the least severity of special needs generally get those jobs. That other 80%, Special Needs and Treats are taking those. Those are the people they're hiring. Those are the people that they're making successful, putting them to work.
Rock, girl.
Brittany, first cupcake.
Okay, while you do it, when you're putting them on there, what do you like to say? Bam!
80% of the guys and gals may not have an opportunity, so if we could do something like that here where we can bring those 80% in, have some more one-to-one, not be so rushed, and we can give some more time and give them a sense of empowerment, a sense of accomplishment, a sense of pride.
Companies have always felt that you couldn't hire special needs. They'd mess up, they'd screw up. That even adults, they just couldn't handle certain situations. And what the Kohlers did is through Special Needs and Treats, they proved that model wrong. Almost their entire staff is special needs.
So there's a huge need in our community, not only for the nonprofit side, but for the business model that we chose, because when we looked at it, it wasn't just our son who faces this issue. And there's so many other families out there that are facing the same things. We want to do it for that.
You about ready to decorate some cupcakes, Cody?
Yes.
I would have never imagined that I would be at the level that we're at right now with CODY had it not been for this bakery in particular. Just the socialization aspect of people coming in. If I didn't have here for him to come on a Saturday to work, we'd be at home just maybe watching TV or doing the same things that we do in our off time, but he would not have something to constantly challenge him to grow.
Oh, here we go. New competition in town. You got Mark.
I only use one hand.
I respect it. Me too. What about you, Mark? What do you think you'd be doing if Special Needs and Treats didn't exist?
To be honest, I probably would be sitting at home doing nothing. I mean, I probably could have found somewhere else, but it wouldn't make me feel as welcome as I do here. Most of the time, I don't even want to go home.
When you walk into Special Needs and Treats, you just can't help but put a smile on your face. Everybody's so happy and positive and hardworking and just loving. They're an example, a perfect example of how special needs adults can contribute to a successful business and open up the door for so much more love in the community.
When you reach out there and say, all right, God, what do you got planned for me? Anything, any place, anywhere, you better be ready. I just think about all the things and the way we've made changes. The things that stand out to me are when we were able to provide a 52-year-old man in a walker with his very first paycheck.
Whenever Scott came in, he came in as a volunteer, and at 52, we gave Scott his very first paycheck. It was for 2 hours, the check that he got, and when he got it, he took his dad to lunch with it. He was very proud of that first check.
The room's filled with so much love. It's incredible.
What's up, man? Kevin, you guys having lunch? How you doing?
This is an exciting day for us as we recognize some of our student athletes here at Peachtree Ridge. But at this time, I want to introduce Mr. Michael Kohler, who is the owner and founder of Special Needs and Treats Bakery in Lawrenceville, Georgia.
They don't have the same opportunities as most of us do, so how can you get more involved as a student with the special needs at your school? It could be easy as attending Special Olympic events, having fundraisers, giving a hug. Sometimes it's all it takes. But the Kohlers, they led by example, and they made a real change in this world. And I hope to see that change how we view those with special needs.
I think it's more awareness. It's just a more education process of, look, they're just like we are. We all want to feel needed, wanted, and that sense of accomplishment.
You guys are such incredible athletes. And a lot of people don't have exposure to what incredible human beings you are. You athletes in this room, you guys have such big, incredible hearts, and just because you're a little bit different doesn't mean you're not capable.
You don't need to be afraid of someone who is not like yourself. You need to educate yourself so you can learn what they're like, and then there's no reason to be afraid of them. If you just listen to them and talk to them, you're going to learn so much from them. You're going to learn patience, you're going to learn a lot of joy, you're going to learn kindness. Take that leap and do not be afraid to interact with special needs adults, because it's going to pay you back 100-fold. You're going to learn so much and you're going to gain a lot from it.
I can't put it into words. It's an experience, an amazing experience.
I hope you look at the Kohlers as an example. They led out of love. How do you live? You mean to each other? How do you act? You lead a life out of love, and your life will change. You'll be way happier and spread that happiness amongst everybody around you.